Grant, I think being a former player and having open communication with your stars, I think has helped this Brooklyn team.
Yeah, you're right, 3D. And I think also having been an assistant, you have a different relationship with guys. And so, knowing what the strengths and weaknesses are, but more importantly, what this team needs to get out of a rut. And they have responded to his leadership.
To the tune of a 17-7 record under Jacques Vaughn. Here's Durant, rises up, rattles it home. Boy, the sharp shooting continues. Nets have only missed once. They are 9 of 10, 5 of 6 from the three-point line, and a timeout on the floor. Steve Kerr wants to talk it over. The Nets, winners of 6 straight. And they are out of the gates fast after a couple of days off on their home. Kuminga taking on Durant. Durant stifles him. Nets defense has been much improved in this winning streak. Really been the change for Brooklyn under Jacques Vaughn. O'Neal, little sidestep finish.
Well, the offense has really been there, particularly with Kyrie Irving and Durant, but you have Nick Claxton playing at a great level, rim protector, and nice little action there with Lamb finishing for Golden State. But Nick Claxton, Ben Simmons, you bring in Royce O'Neal, who's a great 3-and-D guy. So now you put pieces around your superstars who really bring up the intensity level on the defensive end for Brooklyn.
Here is Seth Curry. Knocks it home off the window.
I mean, this guy's going to miss. 81% from the field here in this first quarter. These Nets.
Last night, the Knicks had their way from the three-point arc. Not a great three-point shooting team, but the Warriors really packed it in on the Knicks, and the Knicks exploited that and hit a bunch of threes last night. Tonight, the baskets are coming easy inside against Golden State. Hit a couple of threes early from that man and Joe Harris as Yuta Watanabe enters the mix here. So T.J. Warren as well.
And we talked before the game. I mean, Jacques Vaughn not afraid to go to his bench. Jerome throws the ball away, a turnover, but I think the last game, 11 guys against Detroit.
First quarter.
First quarter. And to be able to manage that, that's not an easy thing. Keep everybody happy, but
it speaks to what 3D was talking about, the communication with not just his superstars, but all of his players, at least the veteran guys, knowing when they're in the rotation, when they're out, everybody's going to get a chance. Is Watanabe a fan favorite here? He has found a home with the Brooklyn Nets. Another guy that's kind of been in and out of the rotation, but all by design for Jacques Vaughn. As Kuminga misses point blank, lost the handle, dribbled it out of bounds, and Warriors turn it over again. This is looking ugly early for Golden State once again.
And the trust right there. Durant drawing so much attention. Watanabe moving without the ball, and Brooklyn on a 17-2 run. And you said it. It's from downtown. It's in the paint, mid-range. Really just a clinic on the offensive end with their execution and shooting.
Watanabe finds Curry. Extra pass to Edmund Sumner. And another three is down. Man, you couldn't do this in horse. They're falling like it's practice time. Moody for three. Curry. Get it organized now. 7 made threes for the Nets. Curry kicks it. Here's T.J. Warren. In and out it goes.
And what's interesting, I think if there's a criticism of the Nets the last few years, it was really a lot of isolation ball, sitting around watching your superstars, but you see the balls moving and everybody's contributing. And speaking of a move right there, Wiseman facing up, going to his right hand, a young man trying to take advantage of the opportunity with a lot of minutes available.
First minutes on the floor for James Wiseman, former lottery pick. Now it goes and one. Edmund Sumner adds to it. How about 41 on the board? Still nearly 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
BA, this reminds me of those years when I was in Detroit and we'd go to Orlando and play 3D and Shaq and Penny, and like everything would just be flowing. But 3D, in all seriousness, sometimes a team can just collectively have a confidence, get in a zone, and it certainly feels like that right now this first quarter for Brooklyn.
Yeah, no question about it. Led by the superstars, should I say. And Jacques Vaughn mentioned the lineup now where KD's at the 5, guarding Wiseman.
3D, I thought Grant was going to say this reminds him of those days when Duke would roll into Georgia Tech.
I was gone by then. I was gone by then.
He was gone. I'll say, since you brought it up, 3D put on one of the best performances I've ever witnessed in Cameron Indoor Stadium. I was a senior in high school.
The Cameron Crazy.
3D, man. Wow.
Ty Jerome got a national championship on his register from Virginia. Out of the ACC. Here's Sumner. Oh,
Sumner got it on the window quickly, and he scores again. And what I'm seeing, watching Brooklyn in person for the first time this year, the running, the easy, fast break points, getting out in transition, not making everything a struggle in the half court. A noticeable difference from last year.
this is a throttling by the Nets. Just 17 on the board, and Durant taking on Moody. No contest for Kevin Durant. Moody doing all he can. But a foul's going to put Durant on the line. Look at this sweet finish by Edmund Sumner. No Kyrie Irving tonight. Calf injury, late scratch for him. Figure Sumner's minutes will increase tonight. Coming off a 5-point game against Detroit in 17 minutes. Another guy that had an Achilles surgery, like Durant. As Moses Moody will sit.
Yeah, you said it best. I mean, coming back from that injury, so challenging, so difficult. And we see even Clay, who had that and an ACL, still trying to find his way and his rhythm. But Durant just, he almost looked like he hasn't had an injury. Like he's in that kind of groove and rhythm. And his moving, his confidence, his bounce, really been consistent the last 3 years since he came back.
Durant's in double figures, as is O'Neal. He's got 11. The Nets putting together their franchise best first quarter. And where will it end? Currently 46 points on the board. Jordan Poole, long three on its way. Missed it badly. Watanabe with the rebound. Coming to the end of the first quarter here. All Brooklyn look poised to win their 7th consecutive. It's interesting, the Nets have had huge deficits their last 2 games, 18 and 19, and they've won both of those as Wiseman pens that one. Good block by Wiseman. Here comes Kuminga. Shot clock is off. Warriors can take the last one. Kuminga fires a 3, and now Warren will run it out. It's amazing how the clock just expired before Warren got that shot up. I mean, just before.
That's a vet move.
Tough break. How about Brooklyn? 74% from the field. 7 made threes in the first quarter, and they put a 46 spot on